Good evening, my beauties, and welcome to Celebration, Florida, a nice little community located just outside of Walt Disney World with an idea that was actually sprung up by Walt Disney himself, believe it or not. This area was originally thought up by him as just a nice little area, but we are here to talk about a little bit more things in life. And even within the last month that we've been home since our California trip, a lot has happened. Some good, and of course some bad. And the first thing that we want to talk about is, the lack of content since we've been home from California. What I have personally discovered, and Allie has also discovered it as well, is that it seems like our California vlogs do the best. If you guys haven't seen my very first Disneyland vlog from April, that vlog has topped out at well over maybe 4,000 views at this point. I don't know. It's still growing. It's insane. And even the new Disneyland vlogs, those are still doing very well. And compare those to our Disney World vlogs that don't really do that good. And the simple answer to that is because, they become very, very redundant. For instance, the vlogs that we put out before the Disneyland trip didn't really go over very well. And the only reason why the hurricane vlog went well was because,
You put the word hurricane in it.
So at that point, that vlog was basically clickbait. And while I'm not, totally for or against clickbait, I'm kind of in the middle. You have to do it right. But honestly, I say we just start walking around and see what's going on. I mean, we literally parked the car right here. Yeah. Still have my beautiful Kia K5, even though it will be paid off in 2 years, and by then I'm getting a bigger car because I'm such a growing boy. But just starting to walk through the area, you guys can kind of see what I mean and how it's just a cute little town. It's really nice. And even though we literally live technically in Celebration, it's not exactly this portion of Celebration. Only difference is our area is a bit more modern and this area is a bit more on like the 50s, 60s vibe.
I was gonna say, it wants to keep the vintage vibes and I love it.
Like as you can see, there's a lot of apartments here and even some houses and townhomes, and they are absolutely adorable. But now this is gonna bring us to the next question of, well, what have we been doing since we've been home from California? And in fact, we've been home for about a month now. Yeah, over a month now at this point. We've just been working, literally just working nonstop. That's really it. And I'll be completely honest with you, work has kind of gotten a little bit draining to the point where I feel essentially burnt out. And don't get me wrong, I absolutely love my job. I love doing what I do. But yeah, it's become very, very redundant to where I feel essentially burnt out. And that's not good. It's for that reason and that reason alone that I haven't really been vlogging. It's just I don't really have any motivation to do it. And that's what I'm trying to rekindle over the next couple days or weeks. And one of the ways that I'm doing that is by upgrading some of my equipment. For those who don't know, I've been using the OG FE16-35 F4 since I got the Sony ZV-E1, but now I'm looking into upgrading to the new FE16-35 F2.8 Mark II. And while it is a bit of an expensive investment, there's some cute little pumpkins down there. Like, just look, they're so cute, they're so little. But anyways, I'm trying to think of certain ways that can maybe help me regain my motivation to vlog. Another thing too to think about is that with all of the things that are going on in the theme parks right now, it's basically become redundant to where I don't really feel like I have to cover it. And it's gotten to the point where all anyone really wants to cover are opening day events. Like for instance, Food and Wine, we covered opening day. Halloween Horror Nights, we covered opening day. And even then, this year's Halloween Horror Nights wasn't really that good. And if you guys are wanting a reason as to why it's not really that good, it's because of Universal's budget going towards Epic Universe. And honestly, I can understand that, but at the same time, it's like HHN is the premier Halloween event in the country, so yeah, you'd think they'd step up their game. But those are just a few of the reasons why I've lost my motivation to vlog. And before you guys ask, oh, Aiden, are you going to stop vlogging completely? No, absolutely not. Not at this point. But it's just, I don't really know what to vlog. Because you guys got to understand, I'm basically a dedicated theme park vlogger. But not only that, I'm also a cast member. So that's the one thing that I'm also trying to do is balance my work life with my vlogging life. Because you guys got to understand is that while yes, technically Disney is my main form of income, this is my career. But as we continue walking through the neighborhood, it's just so cute. It really is. Honestly, this kind of looks like some of the neighborhoods back at home. So right now at this point, I'm really just waiting for the holiday season to start kicking in because that's when I can, really, really express myself with my love for the holidays, even though, this one thinks differently.
No. Do not make me come out as a Grinch.
It's not that you're a Grinch. You just don't celebrate Christmas. She does not celebrate Christmas. That's because of her heritage. There's nothing wrong with that. But I'm also not going to force you into partaking in these Christmas festivities because I'm a good boyfriend and I respect boundaries.
I do enough. I just don't do all of it.
Oh my gosh, and look at these guys. They have a little ghosty. It's so cute. But now I think we should turn over to you and what's been going on in your life. Because there's a few good things. I think it's a good thing. You're very nervous about it.
I am leaving Frontierland and I'm going to a different place in a different park.
As I say, please don't. I was going to say, don't tell them. But also, random sprinkler. But the thing is, I will take, a good chunk of credit for her going to a new location because this location I absolutely love. I've never never worked in this location, but I trust it more than I trust some of my former locations. So personally, I think you'll like it.
I'm excited, but if anyone knows me, I don't do well with change. So this is going to be a really fun experience. One, going to a different park that I've actually never worked in before, and also doing a brand new things of a ride that I haven't worked in before. So I'm excited.
But I'll be honest, if there's one new thing that we're doing in terms of the vlogs, it's this, just walking through a newish area, seeing what's going on, and just talking. So at the moment, I mean, in terms of life itself, we're both doing good. We're hanging in there. Again, you just got to bear with us for the time being. Because one thing you guys got to know about Central Florida is that anything can happen, okay? The one thing I said when I moved down here is that Central Florida basically makes you play life by ear. Oh my gosh, and look right here, they have a little tooth whiz.
So cute.
If there's one thing to note about Celebration that's definitely unique, is that these people know how to decorate for the holidays. And as you can see, it looks like we're starting to make our way back towards the car. And like I said, these apartments are really, really nice. And look right here, got a little stairway down to this lake. It's actually really pretty.
It's very pretty.
Like you.
Aw.
It's just the fact that there's no guardrail right here.
It is a little...
Well, I'm sure this
scary.
is for fishing.
Yeah.
So I'm sure, you can catch and release in this pond and whatnot. So if there's one thing that we really can't stress enough is that the vlogs aren't going anywhere. At the end of the day, just bear with us. Know that all the bad things that are going on in life will pass. It always happens. It always does. Sometimes it takes a while, but it always happens. And like I said, I don't want to stop vlogging, even with the very little, if not any motivation that I have whatsoever. It's just, at the moment, there's not really much to cover. I mean, if there's a little bit of news to talk about, I renewed my Universal Annual Pass, so that's good. I mean, I can go back to HHN, and even then, that's the reason why I didn't go to HHN that much so far, because, I had no way of parking. Because we all know I am paying $25 both ways for an Uber every single time I want to go, especially when my amazing car is just chilling all the way down there somewhere. But I think at the end of the day, we couldn't be happier with where we are now. It's just, there's a lot of change going on, not just in our lives, but in our loved ones' lives. And it's almost getting a little overwhelming. That's why, we haven't really been vlogging that much. We haven't really been going out that much because, with work and with life, it kind of gets exhausting. And it kind of gets to the point where I don't even want to look at my camera. And if you look down there, there's a cute little coffee shop called Coffee for the Soul. Looks like it's open, and it looks like they have cute little pastries in there too. But as we make our way back to the car, there's one thing that I want you guys to take away from this little video. It's that as hard, as stressful, as difficult as life may be, because let's be real, the days go on regardless. Just trust me when I say it'll get better. It's getting better for us, very, very slowly, but it's getting better. But even just driving around this area in general, it's very nice. But would I live here? Honestly, I don't know. And I think that's the Windermere in me talking, because that's where I started my Orlando life. And honestly, I can't seem to get away from that place. I think for me, it's just Windermere has everything that I needed. Like all the stores, all the restaurants. The only thing that wasn't really in close proximity was Walmart. But even then, that was like a 10-15 minute drive. Oh my gosh, we're about to go to Disney World. Oh my God. Oh my gosh, Walt Disney World.
There's Tower of Terror.
Barely.
Kind of. There it is.
Where? Oh, right there.
Right there.
I was like, where? Now, I know some of you guys are probably thinking, well, Aiden, are you sick of Walt Disney World? And the answer is no. I can never get sick of this place. It's just, in terms of vlogging, it's become very redundant, and I think a lot of creators can agree with me on this, is that it almost feels like you're in competition with each other to, try to get out certain content as fast as possible, as quickly as possible. For me, I just like to be laid back with it and honestly just enjoy it. Like, it's not to say that I don't want to film things, like for instance, on opening day. I do. I don't feel like I'm in such a rush to do it compared to others.
And I don't know if you can see it, because again, I'm not a camera woman, I'm sorry. There's Caribbean Beach.
It's Caribbean.
Whatever.
Think Pirates of the Caribbean. Oh my gosh, and look, there's Pop Century. Woo! Okay, but actually, funny enough, this is how weird my sense of humor was back in the day. I actually thought that pop was like balloons popping. Not like pop culture, because that's what I associated the word pop with. I thought it just meant balloons popping. So like not when I first stayed there, because I learned what it meant, what pop culture meant. But I always thought like, if I stay there'd be a whole bunch of balloons and I get to pop them. And also Art of Animation back there. I haven't stayed at Art of Animation in like 5 years. Yeah, because that was actually my very first Disney World vlogging series.
And then there's ESPN, Worldwide World of Sports.
Worldwide World of Sports.
Yep.
Now, you see my beauties. This is basically our sense of humor off camera. Like, I know we try to be, a little bit more on the serious side when we film, but in reality, we're just a bunch of goofballs. Okay, but now we come to the bedroom door, and we find a kitty cat.
Look at him. He's got so big.
Hi.
He's such a big kitty. No. No, why are you meowing? Look at him. He got so big.
Want to say hi to the camera?
He try.
Say hi, camera.
No. Like, just look at him. He got so big. You got such pretty eyes.
He's like, can I hold your paw, please? And you can even see all of his toys, you know, scattered across the living room floor.
But look at him. You got pretty little eyes. You're not gonna meow?
But yeah, my beauties, that's basically where we're at now. Thought we'd just head out celebration, you know, make a little video and just talk about life. But with all that out of the way, we do this every single week, so make sure you like, subscribe, share, and ring that bell. Take care of yourselves, and we will see y'all next time.
Bye-bye.